In search of our first winter wonderland adventure, we headed up and over the mighty Mackinac Bridge to Michigan's incredible Upper Peninsula. This is where we discovered that man's best friend is one of the best ways to explore this wonderful wilderness.
Have you ever wanted to mush your way across the frozen tundra and explore new faraway lands? Well, if you haven't, go make a sandwich or something.
Because the rest of us are going to have an incredible experience. Here at Nature's Kennel near the town of McMillan, Ed and Tasha Silstra and about 150 of their best furry friends will give you the ride of a lifetime. All you have to do is show up, and they'll show you the ropes, the way, and why this is one of the coolest things you'll ever do in the winter.
I know because it's only 4 degrees above zero, you're probably worried about me, but I'm wearing everything I own. So I'm not cold at all, actually. This is wonderful. You live in paradise. This is absolutely beautiful up here. How did you get into this?
I met my husband at a bike shop in Ludington, Michigan. He was working at a bike shop. He had gotten into sled dogs with kind of a family friend guy who said, hey, I bought a dog team, help me train. So he had a few dogs, kind of into the dog sledding scene a little bit when I met him, and he fixed my bike.
And then it was love at first bark?
There it was.
Right. This is absolutely serenely beautiful up here. And I was going to say I'd love the quiet, but I think you have a few dogs barking in the background. How many dogs do you have?
Just about 200.
Really? What breed is the best for dog sledding?
Well, these are all Alaskan Huskies.
Alaskan Huskies? And from what I know from being at the UP 200 dog sled race, they love this. They live for this.
They do. They love to pull. I mean, a lab loves to retrieve a tennis ball all day long.
My dog loves to sleep.
Yeah, dog loves to sleep. These guys love to pull a sled and be outside in the winter all day long.
So you guys do all kinds of dog sled experiences here.
Correct.
So can people like me actually drive their own team?
Yes. So we teach you how to do that. You would get a 5-dog team following a guide.
Right.
I'll teach you how to hook up the dogs, what to say, G and haw to turn right and left, let's go to go.
G and haw.
G and haw. And then we do...
Like G-haw. Sorry.
we do like 2 different options. You can do a 10-mile trip or a 20-mile trip.
Yeah, because somebody said that you have a trip where you actually go 20 miles out and you spend the night?
You spend the night at our Mushers Village, which is a cabin and a yurt and sauna.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Then you don't have to wear everything you own because you'll be warm in the sauna. And then we mush back out the next morning.
What happens when a doggy gets older and retires from mushing or yee-hawing?
Yee-hawing, they can live on your couch.
Oh,
yeah, they adapt really well to house life. They know how good they have it.
So do you adopt them out? Or?
We adopt them out. We have dogs all over the country. So they live to tend to be about 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
So about 7 or 8, I start to look for them to get into family homes. And they just become a really good dog. They will not fetch, and they probably won't chase a Frisbee, and they most likely will not bark at an intruder, but they will keep your couch warm.
And it's probably not a good idea to hook them up to your cart at the grocery store. That's
Probably not.
not a good idea at all. How far away do people come from for this experience? Because the drive out here, by the way, is breathtaking. It's literally out in the frozen tundra.
Right.
And it seems like every mile back in here we drove, there was an extra foot of snow.
That's getting a little snowy.
How far away do people come from?
All over the world. I had a couple from Austria, was one of our overnight guests just a few weeks ago. Came to the U.S. to do some winter tourism, and they came for dog sledding. We see a lot of international people from Michigan who may be working in the auto industry for a couple years, China, Japan, and you don't have to fly to Alaska to have an amazing winter experience.
Well, speaking of flying to Alaska, you have teams actually that have been, and dogs that have been in the Iditarod, correct?
We do, yeah. We've run the Iditarod and the Yukon Quest.
You guys are the real deal.
It's the real deal, yeah. So dogs that you could mush are Iditarod veterans, or maybe running that race in the future, so you can say you've trained the Iditarod sled dog team.
Wow. No, if I trained the dogs sledding team, they'd head right to probably a restaurant, and then I'd be getting carry out for 12 little doggies.
I wanted to find out if this really was such a cool way to conquer the cold. So I just asked some folks who just finished.
So you guys just got back from dog sledding?
Yes, we did the overnight trip.
Oh, you did? What did you think?
Oh, it was fantastic. I like the fact that you get the whole experience. They let you harness the dogs, bed them down, feed them, so you're right in the mix. You're not just riding the sled and hopping off and getting in the cabin.
What was 20 miles like on a dog sled?
It was fascinating. You lose track of time, to be honest. Just towards the last 15 minutes, it got a little chilly, but I would do it again for sure.
Right
and
now?
especially the overnight. Well, yeah.
Well, with all that being said, it was time for me to stop running my mouth and start mushing these marvelously motivated mammals. So Maddie Graves showed me the ropes, reins, and the rest of my gear, and off we went on the ride of a lifetime. What a wonderful dog day afternoon we had, and in some of the most picturesque wintry places we've ever perused. The trails are absolutely beautiful, and the quiet of the forest fills your soul. If adventure is your middle name like mine, leave Middle Earth, get up to the UP, and spend some time on a dog sled at Nature's Kennel. I guarantee these guys will love you for it.